Carlos to the stage so I can do this intro really fast because it's pretty fast. So I get this, was it an email, Carlos?
I think this podcast changed my life.
Okay. So again, partly because of Tom and Tracy, are they in the room? So Tom and Tracy, the faculty of CEO Space, podcasting machines, 80,000 people have heard their podcast in a very short period of time. And I'm like, 80,000 people on 3D printing? And I'm thinking, I talk on growth consulting. That's it. So everybody worldwide needs to know how to grow their business. And I'm thinking, if 80,000 people want to hear about 3D printing, so I start podcasting, and what's amazing is you never know, is anybody actually listening? I mean, you got the stats of who's downloading it. You don't have any physical evidence. Is it hitting someone? You with me on this? So then I basically get this email. Some guy in Mexico wants to know if I will approve that he takes every one of my podcasts and converts it to Spanish and pushes it out to the world. And what do you think I said? Of course! So, tell me.
Thank you, Ken. Well, this is my story. Basically, I learned like maybe 1 or 2 years ago that that was in a New Peaks event, that you need to work with your gifts, basically, because if you follow whatever you need to want to give to the world, then the world is going to be giving you something back. So I decided to do something with probably the gifts that I was receiving. So I learned about this. You need to use your gifts to help others. So my name is Carlos Orjuela. I really love to help other people. And then I decided that, what are my gifts? What can I do that in order to help and make a difference? I discovered that you need to use your gifts and not your passions. Because I am very passionate about playing tennis. I love to play tennis. But anytime that I play tennis with my son or my brother, they are beating me. I am so bad. So I cannot work with my passions. I need to work with my gifts. And my gift was probably speaking to people and try to help them and try to do something for them. So I decided to start doing something for the families. I love families. I have been blessed with a beautiful family. I have a beautiful wife, wonderful kids. We are not perfect. And this is the most important thing. We don't need to be perfect in order to start teaching something. But we have been going through life and we have been learning so many stuff that I have been noticing that probably there are some people that can benefit if we are just teaching them what we have learned through this process. So I decided to start doing that was a program, that was a website, that was my idea to improve the world. Then I started Familias con Exito. So Familias con Exito is basically a video program. I am sitting in front of the camera, my wife is behind most of the time, and I am just speaking to parents, how to be better parents, how to be better husband, better wife, treat them with respect, and try to get something better for the world. Of course, speaking about also marriages, kids, how to be better sons, and then that's a video that I am posting in my YouTube channel. From that, I am recording the YouTube and converting that file to an MP3. The MP3, then I am using it to submit that to a podcast, and then I start learning more about the podcast. So I am doing that MP3, and then I am converting that to the podcast. The podcast, then in MP3, there are some programs that can convert the audio to text. Then you have a lot of text over there that you can post in your site. That can be your blog, can be your article. Then you have basically a system that you are doing over there. I have been doing this with Familias, and I really love to help families. That is something that I am doing because I know that we can make a difference. Learning about these Familias con Exito, I decided to learn something else about, well, marketing and everything. I have been in this world for several years. And then I was just searching how to improve marketing, how to do better SEO, and improve everything. In one of the events, I met Ken Courtright. And he was speaking about how Google ranks and how everything. I called my wife when that conference was ending, like, this guy is amazing. This guy knows everything that we need to know about Google and how to position everything. And then well, this is the explanation for podcast. But you know what? They were explaining that much better than me. So I found Ken Courtright, and I was listening to all the podcasts that he was posting. I think I have listened to all of them, even the one that was posting on last Friday. But not only once, like twice or three times. Anytime that I am just driving my car, I am listening to his podcast. I am downloading everything to my cloud. In Google, I have uploaded all the videos, the podcast. Actually, one day I was downloading the files, and then I discovered that the Ken Courtright website wasn't working. Then I called the company, like, hey, something is happening because there is some broken links over there. The podcast is not downloading. I mean, there is no way to do it. And Bill was kind enough to give us the invitation to the event. Thank you, Bill. And then, well, I know how important it is to translate this. I was searching what techniques and technologies we can use in order to create podcasts and in order to create marketing in my world in Spanish. I am from Colombia, and I have been trying to help a lot of people in the Hispanic community also. But then I have been searching and finding that there are so many stuff that they are teaching about marketing and about Google that is like 3-4 years ago. I mean, we are really behind in what is happening. So I decided, like, we need to do something. We need to just teach everything that is happening today, like growing business today is the podcast. We need to convert that to Spanish also. So I decided to create another podcast. And then I did the Negocios con Exito podcast. I have Familias con Exito, so I did the Negocios con Exito. Basically, what I am doing is I am listening, maybe once, 2, maybe 3 times. I am taking notes, every podcast that I have, heard from Ken. And then I started to translate that to Spanish and publishing in a podcast. I had like 2 or 3, and I was really afraid that what's going to happen, is this legal? I don't know anything. And then Ken was, in a podcast, was saying, you know what, I would like to have any feedback about my podcast if you guys are listening. Then I decided to confess my sin. Then I write a long explanation, like, Ken, you're amazing. You are teaching us a lot of things, and I am doing this. I am translating that to Spanish. So I'm sorry for that. But he gave me his blessings. That was the most wonderful thing. Now, I have been just translating more and more podcasts. And every week I have the job to do my Familias, because I really love Familias and how to help them. But now I am also translating once a week. And now, when I started, he was like in the 70 or 70 episode of the podcast. Now he's in 121, so I'm really behind, and I am doing only one per week. But I really hope that I can translate this message to the Hispanic community. I really think that everybody needs to listen what he is speaking, what he's teaching. And, well, this company is amazing. I really like it. So he said, don't get it good, get it done. I am not good at the podcast. I am not that perfect. I am doing all the time like, My wife is telling me, like, don't do that anymore. Like, we are not perfect, and that's the main reason that we are doing it. We just need to do it because it's the right thing to do. That's what Ken is telling me. 3 things that I have learned that the world is giving us. And I know Ken says that Christopher Columbus have said something like that, but this is what I have been learning, that the world is giving us something. We need to learn it. We need to apply it. We have the responsibility to apply that. But once we have applied that, we have a benefit from that. We have a responsibility with the world to share it. We need to share all the blessings that we have received. Thank you so much.
Carlos, you're awesome. Awesome. I'd stand up for that. Cool as that.